Sorry, I just saw Boston Nick MMA saying, "Bro, Silent Bob." Yeah, I know how to look cool. I know how to look cool in lots of different ways. Right now, I'm looking cool in a Silent Bob kind of way. This is just one. The tip of the iceberg, pal. Tip of the iceberg in terms of the ways that I can look cool. But right now, we're talking about college basketball. Huge shout out to everyone. I'm feeling kind of on top of things as far as college basketball is concerned right now. I'm going to share with you everything I got through March Madness yesterday. Nice, right? Maryland Eastern Shore. I don't know if any of you guys tailed that, but I talked about it, right? I was like, this is like the MEAC version of Northern Illinois. We've been betting Northern Illinois game in and game out. And a lot of people, were tuned in, locked in, betting Northern Illinois game in and game out. Said Maryland Eastern Shore, the MEAC version of that, cashed, right? Bethune-Cookman team total under, cashed. Yesterday was pretty nice. In the UNC game, got a winner with the team total over. Again, I liked UNC plus the points. The market moved a little bit in the opposite direction. Didn't quite have the balls to pull the trigger on that one. And then, of course, Holy Cross second half was a huge loser, massive loser. Again, I talk about this a lot in my videos. The big weakness in my approach right now is home dogs that overachieve in the first half. My numbers like them again in the second half, and they tend to the home dogs that my numbers identify as likely to continue doing well in the second half do not. Classic example, Holy Cross. It's good though that I'm onto it. Regular viewers of this show know I've talked about this over and over again in these shows. That's the one category of plays aside from the big money lines, but the jury's still out on that, though. I still have to do a little bit more analysis and stuff like that. But it's pretty clear that the one weakness with what I'm doing is it overvalues certain big home dogs that outperform in the first half. Holy Cross, classic example yesterday. So it was a loser. It was graded medium small. The UNC team total over was graded medium. So overall, weighted, slight winning day. Flat, slight losing day, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll have a winning day today. And I feel good, though, that the one big weakness of my approach right now is something that I'm onto. I'm tracking it down, and I'm like a detective. Hot on the trail of the bad guy. I'm gonna bust him. I'll come out. I'll win in the end. Maybe not, but anyway, we're gonna look at the second half. 3 games coming up. Of course, yesterday, I told you I liked UMass, which that'll probably go down to the wire. I took that one, and I also said I liked Penn State, and then I realized I was on the wrong side when I saw the line movement. Of course, the star player for Illinois, who was banged up in his last game, did return starting, full health. That guy is the real deal, probably a first-round pick. I think I underestimated a little bit the impact of him being back. We'll see what the second half brings, though. There might be some second half value one way or another here, but what can I tell you? Penn State was a play that I hit on the overnight line. There's still a team. My overall analysis of Penn State has not changed. They're a team that has a real legitimate fire underneath them, and I expect them to, in general, be a team with betting value going forward. First half, second half, full game, whatever. Not going to cash every bet, obviously, but in general, I definitely still have Penn State circled as a team with betting value going forward. Although, as the games go by, that the market will catch up and that betting value is likely to erode, as is the case with, with every trend in sports betting, although not, Northern Illinois, not Maryland Eastern Shore. So, we're riding the wave of all of this. Tennessee losing to Vanderbilt. That's interesting. Davidson, St. Joe's. Yeah, I did bet that one. I took, Davidson minus the points in the St. Joe's team total under. That's looking good. Ball State Buffalo, I talked about that yesterday as well. Buffalo, such a hard team to such a baffling team. They used to be a team in football as well that has a big home court advantage. This year it has not been the case. I thought that was maybe, we're talking about a small sample size here, 5, 6, 7 games. I thought there was some sort of I chalked it up to variance. I'm looking at the score right now, 8-2 with 4 minutes gone. Maybe it's something fundamental, and I was off. But I did bet Buffalo and the over and the Buffalo team total over. Let's see. Purdue, that game was a pass. The Akron game, pass. West Virginia game, pass. The Ohio game, I did hit the under. That's looking okay. The minor conference games I didn't hit. We'll definitely look at them for second half, though. I talked about Eastern Michigan, though, that I was leaning that way as a home dog on the overnights yesterday, and I did wind up hitting them pretty solidly for basically the same kinds of reasons that I liked UMass. So we'll see what happens there. Arkansas, Florida. We didn't talk about that game. I wound up taking over and Florida. And the Florida team total over, which, it's pretty low scoring right now. Still a long way to go, but I did wind up taking the over on that one. I got a good number, 138.5, closed at 141. These numbers don't mean jack shit. Yeah, I know the closing line value guys would be like, good job, Pete. I'd say, thanks, whatever. Yeah, I just lost a ticket, but some fucking nerd said, good job. Oh, I care. No, I'm kidding around. I'm just kidding around. I'm just doing shtick here. UMass, that's a game where I liked it full game and has second half written all over it. Most games, it's one or the other. Most games, I either like them, like something big on the pregame, or it has second half written all over it. St. Louis UMass is both. I hit the under, I hit UMass, and I hit the St. Louis team total under, which is not looking great right now, but we'll see. Again, all this proper money management, which I haven't stressed that much recently. Let's see what. All right, the Penn State game is about to come up halftime. Let me make sure I don't look too stupid. Oh no, I look cool. Oh yeah, nice. Hell yeah. Look like a fucking 90s metalhead. Hell yeah. Shout out to everyone. Carlos Peroge, Aaron 007, Tito Banton, Carlos Smith, Rich G. Very impressive college basketball handicapper. Listen to him. Rich G. But listen to everyone. But I'm telling you, especially Rich G. If he posts what he likes, especially if it's on the opposite side of something I said that I like, take it. Rich G's side. NFL Nation, shout out to you. Tito Banton, Tasha M, Lamont Williams, just huge shout out to everyone. All right. Let's see. Want to make sure I don't miss what's going on with this Penn State game. We can take a glance at what I think the numbers will say. Ooh, wow. Yeah. I don't know what the numbers are going to say, but Illinois, obviously a very, very, very much improved program. They're a maturing program. Their talent caliber is better than it has been in years past. Last year they were kind of a haphazard program, playing like all kinds of styles that they hoped would give some kind of identity that would allow them to have success. This year they're more mature, right? More planned out. It's an impressive team, and I have bet them. I don't remember exactly how much I bet on them or bet against them, but Illinois is a team that, is generally impressive. Again, another one of these programs, kind of like DePaul a little bit, right? We'll talk about the DePaul game when we talk about the overnights in the overnight section of this show, even though we don't have sections because we don't have graphics, we don't have a producer. But we will talk about that game. A little similar to DePaul. Illinois, for years on end, was a program that was just bad and still not given enough credit by the market for how bad they really were. They were constantly this kind of team, 11-point dog, 15-point dog. You'd think, wow, that's a lot of points. They lose by 20, lose by 25. Turned it around, though. An impressive turnaround. And that star player who was injured and came back today is indicative of why. Nice recruiting for them recently and, putting things together as far as a program is concerned. So Illinois, sort of similar to Rutgers, actually. Similar to Rutgers. It's always good to keep an eye out for those kinds of programs, right? Programs that were kind of in the gutter. All right, here we go. We're making a turnaround. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. All right, so 5 and 74.5. All right, let me get out of silent Bob shtick mode and into fucking AIPP mode. Here we go, AIPP. All it takes is a second and a half for me to look at numbers, know that I got to give an opinion. And if I give a play, it's public, and all of a sudden we're getting slammed with AIPP. All right, the numbers like over a little bit. Just a little bit. They like over. They do like also the Illinois team total over at about 35. Yeah. Both the over at 74.5, a little bit. Nothing crazy, though. And Illinois, I'm not surprised. Illinois is playing at a slower pace now, more deliberate, more effective. So, they're not going to have these 80-point halves too often. It's not out of the question, though. This reminds me a little bit of that Seton Hall game. I don't remember if it was last week or whenever it was, when this kind of score, these kinds of halftime numbers, my numbers said over, a similar second. I forgot who it was. It was a 6:30 game, Seton Hall. Maybe it was against DePaul. I took the over and it lost. My numbers like the over. I don't know if I can pull the trigger on it. And they like the Illinois team total over at 35. Whoa, dropped to 34.5. Penn State taking some money. All right, my numbers disagree. Not hugely, but my numbers say pass. They definitely are not saying Penn State here. I mean, they are saying Penn State a little bit, but not like it's basically a pass. They like the over and the Illinois team total over at 34.5 now. 74.5. If I gave it, it would be graded small. Now it's down to 115. All right, let's look at some of the other games. We'll come right back to it. Tennessee 8.5 and 70. Let's look at this, man. I just want some low-hanging fruit tonight. Just a couple, and then get out of here. And come back tomorrow. Numbers like, Tennessee just a teeny bit at 8.5, but I don't trust those numbers either. Low confidence and small lean to the over at 70.5. Let me, Yeah, the numbers like over because we only have 3 games going on right now. I can do some little bit of the old row and column shim sham shimmy that I like to do sometimes here. Shed a little bit more light if possible. Numbers like over 70.5. Yeah. Just give me one moment here. Yeah, the numbers kind of like over at 70.5. All right. No, now it's up to 71. Yeah, that's going to be a pick. We're going to have to give 71 now. That's going to be a pick. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, over 71, official play. Could have gotten 70.5 if I hadn't dawdled, but I did. All right. Over 71, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. The numbers like it medium big. I'm going to either grade it medium or medium big. Over 71, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. The numbers like it medium big. The numbers like it medium big. I'll just grade it medium. Over 71, graded medium, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Official play. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, over 71. Graded medium. The numbers like it medium big, but I'm going to stick to medium. Stick to medium. Slightly into both team totals as well. 31.5 and 40. Numbers like it medium big, but I'm just going to grade it medium. They do like it, though. They did like it. They did. Over 71. Official play. Both team totals over. They like those as well. But we'll just hold off on that one. Then Davidson, St. Joe's, probably nothing here. Again, this is one I hit Davidson at the big line and the St. Joe's team total under, and that's looking very good. What do the numbers say, if anything? They like the Davidson team total under at 39. Interesting. Slight lean to the under. Very small lean to a Davidson team total under at 39. I don't know if I want to give that, though. Confidence is low on that one, but the edge is high. Again, regular viewers of the show will know. My numbers spit out an edge and a confidence number, and the confidence number is more important. So this is a classic situation. Numbers spit out a big edge for Davidson team total under, but low confidence. Confidence number is important, is more important. The spread, nothing. Confidence number, edge for Davidson, but confidence number in the gutter, and a slight lean to the under at 73.5 as well. But yeah, again, it's tough. Big edge, big, solid edge, tiny confidence, very low confidence. So we won't give that as an official play. Although I did bet it. Davidson team total under 39. I'm just observing these numbers a little bit more. Yeah, Illinois, Penn State, going to be a pass. Numbers like over 74.5. Let me do a little investigation into these numbers as well. See what's going on here. Wow, UMass getting beat. All right, it's a long game. It's okay. You know, a lot of plays. With proper money management, it's all good. Without proper money management, it doesn't matter. If in college basketball, if you don't use proper money management, it doesn't matter what your edges are. It doesn't matter how well you know the teams. It doesn't matter who you're tailing. You can tail the best college basketball capper in the world. Without proper money management, you're toast in college basketball, no matter what. You have to use proper money management. In the NFL, you can get bailed out a little bit. Over bet a bet, and then you've only got 3 bets going, and they go 2-1, and you got saved. College basketball, no. With hundreds of games, hundreds of bets, without proper money management, you will get screwed very quickly. All right, let's look at this. Hold on for a second. Numbers like the over 74.5. Let me just look into this a little bit. And then we'll go back to the comments section and talk about the later games and talk about some of the overnights. I don't have much to say on the overnights, but I have a little. Some interesting stuff for sure. Some team totals that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for and almost certainly going to be on. I'll let you know what those are in a moment. Yeah, this is, I'm not going to take the numbers like the over, but yeah, the numbers like the over, but it's going to be a pass for me. All right, so just one play here. Tennessee, over 71, rated medium. All right, let me just do a quick, huge shout out to everyone. Thanks so much for participating, for making the show fun. I say this all the time, but I repeat myself because I don't know. I have this fantasy that maybe there's a few newbies watching, maybe a few new people watching. I know maybe I'm lying to myself, but just humor me here, you know? So I'm like, for those people, if there are any new people watching, you know, I'll tell them what's going on, get them familiarized with the content, and repeat some of the things that I say every show in and show out. All right, so that's it. Just one play on the card officially. Again, I did personally bet Davidson team total under 39 a little bit, and I did bet Illinois team total over 34.5 a little bit. And my numbers do kind of like Penn State, but I'm not going to take that. It's too screwy. Davidson just dropped to 38.5. All right, okay, so that's it. Let me close out all this stuff. We'll have all the 7 o'clock games. Halftime's coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes. Buffalo, look at that. Wow. I was on Buffalo and the over, and I got, what did I get, like 142, something like that? The opening line, it closed at 146. Again, all these closing line value nerds would be like, you got 142 on the over? Great job. Thanks. Losing by a mile. The closing line value nerds said great job. Thanks. The Ohio game, though, I got that at under 153, and that is closed at 150.5, and that is very low scoring. That's nice to see. Eastern Michigan, that's nice to see. I talked about that last night, that I was probably going to be on Eastern Michigan. Just wanted to look into it a little bit more. UMass, okay. Down by 6 from what I'm seeing. We'll see. Florida blowing them out. Yeah. I had Florida. I took the Florida minus the points, the team total over, and the over. The over, I don't know. Arkansas might not be able to contribute what they need, but we'll see. And then we'll talk about the later games right now. Let's talk about it right now. Huge shout out to everyone. Mr. Gokster, Allison Red says, I remember you saying UMass and Penn State. Yeah, I said UMass. Did I say Penn State? Yeah, I did say Penn State. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. Allison Red. Yep. I said Penn State. And when I saw the line movement, I talked about that game and the line movement in the beginning of this show. It was the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? But once again, tons and tons of games, tons and tons of plays. Let's see. Dan Kelly says, Pete, do you ever consider, wow, a question from Dan Kelly. Is this a sarcastic question, or is he really, do you ever consider taking off a lot of your risk when the pre-tip line moves your way? Yes. Do I consider it? Yes. Do I actually do it? Rarely. Mathematically, I know that I should. Great question from Dan Kelly. So what he's saying is that, like, you know, if you, it's rare that the lines move that much. You know, they would have to move a lot for me to actually really want to do it. Although mathematically, you know, if you're really doing strict Kelly analysis and your risk, you're doing, 100% perfect risk management, then of course you'd be doing that with lots of bets, especially if you're line shopping and stuff like that. So to answer your question, Dan Kelly, do I consider it? Yes. Do I actually do it? Rarely. Mathematically, do I ever work it out? Sometimes I do, because I think it's interesting. Mathematically, I think it's interesting to see, all right, well, the line moved in my favor, or even to do it in the opposite direction to see how what the response there would be. But when the line moves in your favor, to see, like, mathematically, what should I do here? And sometimes I do, if I have a little bit of extra time, calculate that out. So great question, Dan Kelly. It's certainly time. There was one time I did it, and I remember, and it was only because of an injury situation. It was actually in the NBA years ago. I don't remember what the game was, although it wasn't that long ago. And I remember it did land right in the middle, but that was just because of an injury situation. It was the difference between 8 plus 8 and minus 2 or something ridiculous like that. Maybe I'll try to find it one day, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would have to move a lot for it to matter significantly. But, there are times when it's like how, if you have simultaneous bets that are positive EV, Kelly actually says that you should parlay them. two ways, and sometimes three ways if they're simultaneous. Do I actually do that? No, because I'm nowhere close to being that, anal of a Kelly nerd. But it's interesting to be aware of, That's one aspect of parlay betting that people rarely talk about, which is that if you're doing a strict, absolute, 100% adhering to Kelly money management strategy, and you have a whole bunch of simultaneous bets that all are positive EV, Kelly does indicate small 2 and 3 team, and sometimes 4 team parlays. I don't know if this gets to 4, but you'd have to have big edges for that. But does indicate small parlays, actually, to be utilized. All right. Let's see. We got, all right, not much. UMass getting blown out. Okay. I think I've lost Allison Red, and I don't know if Allison Red is still watching, but Allison Red correctly remembers that yesterday I emphasized Penn State and UMass, both of which are looking like particularly shitty calls. Not just, on the wrong side, but eye-poppingly shitty. I apologize, Allison Red. If you wouldn't mind, stay a viewer, but if you want to leave, I understand. I understand. Let's see. Other comments coming in. Fuck. Carlos Smith on UMass with you, Pete. Great. I don't like to see that shit, man. Oh, there you go. Allison Red, you have also made every other great calls. Allison Red, the official winner of the comment of the day, already just at 7:36 Eastern Time. Thank you, Allison Red, for noticing. Official winner of the Comment of the Day award for February 18th. Allison Red, you might not know that I suffer from something called AIPP, which stands for All In on Public Plays, which means that anytime I give a play publicly, even though obviously I'm not all in on it, I feel psychologically, emotionally, and mentally and physically as though I am all in on that play. It's something that I deal with on a second-by-second basis when I'm doing these shows. All right. Wow. Actually, the Robert Morris game is already at halftime. So let's, I guess we can't talk about the later games right now. Let me quick look at the 8 o'clock games. I'll share with you what I did. Pittsburgh, Florida State pass, Maryland pass. Okay. Yeah. So there's nothing, just the 8:30 games. Yeah. I will tell you, I took Mississippi team total overs. We can talk about that a little bit later. And I talked about this in the show last night. I said that I was probably going to be on the Creighton-Marquette first half over, and I am. 73.5 I got. And the LSU-Kentucky game, also in last night's show, I told you, man, a lot of people were saying that, Kentucky looked juicy. I understood why, but I was like, be careful if that moves to 3. And it did. I think it's back down to 2.5 now. But, yeah, we'll talk about that after these friggin' halftimes. Let me see. Let me pull up the sheets. Pulling up the sheets here. Oh, God. Huge shout out to everyone. Maybe I'm a little bit off my game because I was like so excited to look cool in a Silent Bob kind of way that I forgot what it is we're doing here, which is looking for edges. Tough edges in a tough, tight market. Even the second half market is tight as hell. Not quite as tight as the others, but still tight as hell. This market. All right, the Robert Morris game. I did, normally I pass on the minor conference games, except for Mondays and Fridays or whenever, but today I had enough time to just look into it. Let me see what we got. My numbers are probably going to recommend a play on Robert Morris, which makes me nervous, but we'll see. Mine will probably be, Robert Morris -1. And the total, I don't know, maybe like 75 or 76. If it's 1 and 76 or 1 and 75.5, I can run the numbers now. Yeah, my numbers would recommend to play on Robert Morris. Maybe I should turn my hat around just so that I'm not actually Silent Bob here. Instead, I'm just a guy who has a small but legitimate edge on second half lines. Robert Morris game, I'm still not seeing it. Let's see if anyone else has it anywhere. See what's going on. Huge shout out to everyone. March Madness, I think, will be fun. And I think we'll be able to find some edges. I'm going to try to do as many, tournament and team previews as I have time to do. Got a lot of other shit that I got to do, but I'll do my best because it's fun as hell. All right. Where are we? Oh, okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah, -0.5. Seeing one of these places has it. All right, 0.5 and 75.5, just like I said. How good is that? Yeah, the number's like AIPP, Allison Red. This is what it is. You see? If I was just doing this by myself in the privacy of my, shithole, no problem. I'd probably hit Robert Morris, jot it down. If it wins, great. If it loses, no problem. Now, though, if I give it publicly, all of a sudden, it's as if I went all in and my entire net worth is on fucking Robert Morris -0.5. That's what AIPP is. All right, let's see. Yeah, the numbers like Robert Morris a little bit. Not huge, but a little bit. The free throw numbers are reducing the edge there. Look at that. Interesting. All right, I can't dawdle too much here because the others are going to come cascading in. All right, let me just, where are we? So much crap all over the place. Hold on. Just look at one quick thing very quickly. Yeah. All right, I'll make it a play. What the hell? Make it a play. Robert Morris, take the money line -125, an official play. And we'll grade it. The numbers like it medium small. And we'll grade it that. Medium small. Robert Morris, -125. Graded medium small. Official play. Robert Morris, -125. The total, nothing really. Very small lean to the Robert Morris over at 38 and the St. Francis under at 37.5. I think we'll hold off on those. All right. Robert Morris, -125. Medium small. Nothing on the total. All right, let's move on. Move on to some other stuff. Akron, Western Michigan, that's up. Man, Buffalo, look at that. Unbelievable. Eastern Michigan now down. Oh, boy. All right, Akron, Western Michigan. Let's see what the numbers say. 3 and 75.5. 3 and 75.5. Basically nothing. Not a surprise. Most plays you would expect to have no edge on. Or some kind of teeny infinitesimal edge. Numbers don't like anything, really. We're going to move on. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of low-hanging fruit. Alice in Red, low-hanging fruit is plays, a.k.a. no-brainers, that are not locks. But I don't have to stress about it or think too much about it. Clear edges. They're rare, but they happen. When I used to do baseball videos for years, there would be, usually one of those a day. And it became a thing. Even though I didn't make up that term, obviously. It became associated with all the videos that we did way back in the day, before Jimmy the Bag even came on the scene. When I was doing baseball videos alone, solo. After Mike Brenner, before Jimmy the Bag. People might not remember that. It was a period of time. After Mike Brenner, before Jimmy the Bag, when I was flying solo. Yeah, this Western Michigan, nothing. Sorry, you can't force it. People appreciate that. People understand that you can't force it, but I need everyone to appreciate that and understand it. Huge shout out to everyone. I hope you're having a good time in the comments section. This is a part of the show where I can't be engaged. I can't entertain you, although I try. I talk to myself while I'm looking at these numbers to try to keep the show energetic and with a nice little pace so that it can grow a little bit and be successful. And then what? I have no idea. But it's what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? It's like being born into the world. I was born. I guess I'll keep going. Why? I don't know. What else am I going to do? This is what we're doing here. Yeah. Nothing on the Western Michigan game. Nothing justifiable. Nothing I even bet. See what else we got. There should be some stuff coming up. Why are the numbers not up? Wagner. Let's look at that. Wagner. 2.5 and 71.5. What are the numbers like? Small lean to the under. Yeah. They like the under the numbers. 71.5. All right, I'm going to bet it, and then I guess I'll probably wind up making it a play. I'm going to bet it. Nothing crazy. Proper money management, appropriate money management, right? But under 71.5. My numbers, which again, they're not the best in the world. Far from it. They're good enough for me. All right, we'll make it, what the hell? We'll make it a play. Wagner under 71.5, official play. Numbers like this one, medium, small, borderline medium actually, but yeah, borderline medium. I'll grade it medium small though. Dallas in red. I sometimes have an unexpected fit of balls, and I grade these public plays as my numbers indicate that I should. Much more often, though, I err on the side of cowardice and bump them down a notch. Typical situation there. Numbers kind of liked it medium. I went with medium small for no reason other than cowardice. I did bet it under 71.5. Spread, nothing really. And the number has the numbers have a small lean to both team total unders, 37 and 34.5. That's it. Under 71.5, graded medium small. Let's move on. Let's see what else is popping up. Then we'll talk about the later games. We'll talk about a little bit of the overnights. All right. St. Louis and UMass. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. St. Louis, UMass. UMass down by 7. Pick'em at 73.5. Well, the numbers like UMass. I know I'm already on them full game +3. Numbers like them here again. Numbers like UMass. Numbers like St. Louis team total under 37.5. Those are going to be plays. Sorry, 37. Let me just get my stuff in here. Yeah, UMass, numbers like it, pick them, I'm on it. Jesus. All right, UMass pick them an official play. Numbers like this one, medium, big, or big. I might just really, really pussy out here and just grade it medium. No, I'll grade it medium big. The numbers like it big. I'll grade it medium big. Graded medium big. UMass, pick 'em. Graded medium big, but the numbers like it even big. Official grade, medium big. And the St. Louis team total under 37 is also going to be an official play. Allison Red, if you're still watching, overall, second half plays and my full game plays, my team totals are significantly, by far, the best category of plays that I, both in terms of plays that I've given out and plays that I bet personally. So take that for what it's worth. Just letting people know what the hell's going on here. St. Louis team total under 37. So we graded medium or medium small. We'll grade it medium small, medium small. St. Louis under 37, graded medium small. And yeah, small lean to under 37.5 as well, but that will definitely be a pass. Sorry, 73.5. All right, UMass pick 'em medium big. St. Louis under 37, medium small. All right, let's move on and not stress out anymore about this. Ohio, 3.5 and 79.5. Let's look at that. Ohio, 3.5 and 79.5. See what the numbers say. Interesting. Low confidence all around. Strange numbers. Wow. Weird numbers. All right, look at something else. Weird numbers. Purdue, Wisconsin. Let's check that one out. Hope you're having a good time watching the show. We're going to have a better time when March Madness comes around, I think. Seems that way. All right, Wisconsin, Purdue. 1.5 and 65.5. Numbers like Purdue, +1.5. Wisconsin, tough place to play. The numbers like Purdue. All right, it's going to be a play. First, wow. And the number's moving in Wisconsin's favor, which is not good, although we saw the same thing last night with UNC. Numbers like Purdue. Purdue plus 1.5, minus 105. Now it's down to 110. All right, Purdue plus 1.5 is going to be an official play. Purdue plus 1.5, minus 110. Numbers like it. Medium big, but we're just going to grade it medium. Purdue plus 1.5, medium. Numbers like it medium big. Our official play, though, is just going to be graded medium. Plus 1.5, minus 110. Let's move on. Arkansas, Florida, Buffalo, Ball State. Let's take a look at this. Buffalo. Oh, wow, now they tied it up. Okay. Let's see what the numbers say. This will be interesting. No surprise, they like the over at 76. Ball State, of course, very slow-paced team in general. Over 76. Shaky confidence, though, which is a little bit surprising. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Okay. Just check something here. $76, small lean to once again, like I said, there's a confidence number and the edge number. Big edge, but low confidence. And again, one would think that the edge is most important. No, the confidence number is what is most important. Low confidence here. Not that the confidence numbers are justifiable, but they're what I'm working with. Again, these numbers are what I got. All right, no more jokes until the second halves are over. Yeah, over 76. Oh, wow, it just, missed it. Jumped to 76.5. All right, we'll make it a play, but it's going to be small. We're going to have to take 76.5, though. Although if you shop around, there's probably 76. I just use one book for the purposes of this show. So you can probably still get 76 somewhere. We're going to make it an official play. Buffalo over. We're going to have to take 76.5 because I am religiously accurate and up to the second when it comes to numbers. And the numbers like it. Well, again, high edge, low confidence. The numbers like it, medium, small, overall. And I'll grade it. I'm just going to grade it small. Over 76.5, just graded small. Buffalo, Ball State. And the spread, I like Buffalo. They like Buffalo. That will be an official play. Minus 165 or 2.5. The numbers like Buffalo more than the total here. Buffalo, an official play for sure. Yeah, Buffalo, official play. They like it big. They like the 165 big and the 2.5 medium big. I will give officially Buffalo's such a wacky team. It's high volatile. I know the 2.5 is the right call. I'm going to make official, though, the 165. I'll make that one 165. Buffalo, minus 165. This will be medium or medium big. 2.5 is fine as well, of course. And we'll grade it. We'll just grade it medium big. although the numbers like it big. The numbers like 2.5 graded medium big, the 165 graded big, but we'll take Buffalo minus 165 graded medium big official play and the over 76.5 graded small. And yes, of course, the numbers do like the Buffalo team total over as well at 40, but we won't make that one a play. But that is obviously a play that the numbers also like. Wow, jumped to 77. Yeah, I'm telling you, the numbers like the over, but we're just going to chill with that for just a little bit. Definitely minus 165 official play. All right, let's see what else we got. Florida and Arkansas. Let's look at that. Where the hell are we? I want to look at some of the minor conference games as well, which I know are up, but quickly look at Florida, Arkansas. 2.5 and 73.5. Wow, the numbers like Arkansas. Shit. And the small lean. Wow. The Arkansas team total over 35.5. Damn. Can't give that one as an official play, though. Jesus Christ. Numbers do like Arkansas. We're going to hold off on that one, though. And they like the over a little bit as well. And the Arkansas team total over a little bit as well. We're going to hold off. Let's look at the Eastern Michigan game. 3 and 68.5. Eastern Michigan, 3 and 68.5. The numbers like, let's see. Basically nothing. Extremely tiny lean to Penn State, actually, but basically nothing. All right, let's see what else is up here, and then we'll check the minor conference games to see if anything is up. West Virginia, yeah. Just want to check the minor conference games for a moment, see what's still up here. I'm not seeing anything. All right, looks like we missed them. Okay, yeah, so Buffalo Ball State's still up to 77, gave Buffalo as a play. Eastern Michigan, Kent State, basically nothing. Oklahoma State and West Virginia. Quickly look at that. I know some people like the under on that one, and I took it, but it was a tail, not a play of my own, just a tail. So I am on the under, but it was just a tail. Let's see what the numbers say. 8.5 and 72. Yeah, the numbers like West Virginia just a bit at 8.5. Oklahoma State team total under, actually 31.5, just a teeny bit. Yeah, they like West Virginia, minus 8.5. Yeah, the numbers like it. I don't know if I can give that one as an official play either. I'm going to bet it, though. Just a small bet. My numbers like West Virginia, -8.5. Just a bit. Yeah, we'll hold off on that, though. That won't be an official play, although I will acknowledge it. Again, these lines are very tight. Markets, very, very sharp. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can't beat them. Does mean that it's not likely to be easy. All right, we can look at Penn State, Eastern Michigan again, but it's probably going to be nothing. We can revisit that. 3 and 68.5. Yeah, the number's pretty much just pull some things down here. Sorry, got a lot of stuff going on here on my freaking screens. Screens everywhere. I mean, windows everywhere. All right. Well, the numbers are what they are. Tight lines. Every half point matters. Every teeny, tiny little bit of information matters. Every teeny little minutia of information matters. Just that little bit of information that can push you over the edge at 52.38% into profitability. That's how this stuff works. Art and a science and a psychological endeavor. All right, I guess that's it. Right? Yeah, nothing else is up. Okay. Man. I don't even want to see how the games are going, but I know they're going. Just close everything out here. Close all this crap out. Closing stuff out. Yeah, I missed a bunch of the minor conference games that I did want to get to, but, you know, got to as many as we could. All right, let's check the comments section. Shout out to everyone. Rich G. Flick my bick, dear Slayer Ski. 0M says, loved you in The Hobbit, bro. I would love to have been in The Hobbit. I wasn't in The Hobbit, unfortunately. Allison Red says, Eastern Michigan, I used to live 10 minutes away from where they play. Now more like 25 minutes. Nice. Huge shout out to Allison Red. Whoever you are, obviously, I was going to say wherever you are, but 25 minutes away from Ypsilanti, right? Huge shout out to Allison Red. Obviously a rather intelligent human being. Congratulations on that. Doesn't always serve a person well, though, to be smart. A lot of times, better to be dumb. Sometimes it's better to be smart, though. Hope it's serving you well. Allison Red, my name is Peter Loshak. Welcome to the Peter Loshak College Basketball Second Half Show. Dan Kelly says, anecdotally, it seems to me that halftime line moves are way more predictive than pregame line moves. Too hard to get those numbers to crunch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anecdotally, I don't even know how I would respond to that, if I would agree with it or disagree with it. There's definitely been a bunch of second half line moves that have baffled me on camera in these shows, Dan Kelly, and I did reach inside of myself and I found the balls to go against. And I was right. I think one of them was a Sun Belt game, right? Classic one. I can't remember what it was, but you know, you might be right, Dan Kelly, and it would be Again, interesting to know what the actual data says. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's a smaller market, obviously, right? So I guess you would assume that, the money hitting it in general is sharper than the full game money. Yeah, it would be very interesting to see. Dan Kelly, I would love to know. Allison Red understands how this shit works. Consistently using just one book is a sign of integrity. Some people claim unattainable lines that no one can even get. There you go. Someone who gets it. Hello. Someone who I don't want everyone to get it. I know that's impossible. I just want a few people here and there to fucking get it. To recognize honesty when they see it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Allison Red. Yes. Allison Red, not only do I just use one book, but when the line changes the second that I'm giving it publicly, even though I know no one's looking, no one's over my shoulder being like, oh, the line just moved. I just do it because that's who I want to be. And it did cost me. A few shows ago, there was a Coastal Carolina line. Said I liked it. The line was +2, and I actually betted it +2. But then I was like, I don't know if I want to give this publicly or not. And then when I gave it publicly, it dropped to 1.5. And so I was like, all right, I'll give it at 1.5. Landed on 2. Went down in my spreadsheet as a loss for my official plays. How many handicappers would do that? Not many. No, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they're all fucking honest. But thanks for noticing, Allison Red. I just spent like 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever ranting, spazzing out about that. Oh, and look at that. Your favorite uncle spamming the show. Pow! Deleted by Nasty Nate. Very nicely done, Nasty Nate. Allison Red, Nasty Nate is the general, the Ulysses S. Grant figure of this show. And, I don't know what the future holds for this show, but if people are coming in here and trying to spam it, that's a good sign. You know what I mean? These spammers, they don't just go to some show that they think is shit. They're trying to spam shows that they think got something. Nice job, Nasty Nate. And your favorite uncle, thank you for coming in and spamming this show and giving you a little hope for the future. Hell yeah. Bounced by Nasty motherfucking Nate. Hell yeah. Pow. Nasty Nate. Awesome job. All right. Hell yeah. All right. So let's just quickly talk about the later games, and then we'll look at some of the overnight lines if you want to talk about it. I think we got enough people in the comment section where we can talk about this. If you want to comment on anything that you saw on the overnight lines that you think is interesting. Oh boy, Purdue getting scotched. Buffalo even but struggling. Tennessee not looking good. Jesus, wow, this could be a bad show. Who the hell knows? West Virginia, which I didn't make an official play, winning. Oh, what else is going on here? UMass, okay. All right, we'll see. Whatever. If the record goes negative, then I'll just deal with it then. Davidson team total under, looking great. That one's I didn't make official either. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. All right, the later games. I will share once again. The only guarantee with these later games is that I bet them, and they are my 100% guaranteed opinions. Does not mean that they are positive EV in any way, shape, or form. Later games. I did hit the Creighton Marquette first half over, 73.5. I did hit the Ole Miss team total over. Forgot what I got, but this is Ole Miss has some life to them. I like the over in that one as well. I also hit that one on the opening line. I got like 132 or something like that. I've seen some people saying that they like Ole Miss, which I wouldn't disagree with, but this is a classic situation where I feel much more comfortable with the team total over than with just taking Ole Miss on the money line or something like that. Could easily see this game, Ole Miss losing by 6 points, but soaring over and the team total over cashes. So, There you go. My 8:30. Dayton VCU, pass. There's an injury for VCU. They're deep, though. They already played once, though, and Dayton was not troubled by VCU's pressure, although in their last game, Dayton appeared to be a little sloppy with the ball, and maybe, just maybe, they're getting just a little bit complacent now, right? I can rank top 5 or whatever they're ranked, maybe just a little bit complacent. And, if you get sloppy with the ball on the road at VCU, you're going to lose. So I can certainly understand why someone would like VCU here. I can certainly understand why someone would like Dayton. For me, it was a pass. My numbers said slightly into the under, but I passed on that one. Interesting game. Maybe second half written all over it. Dayton obviously is the real deal, but, if they really want to make a deep run in the tournament, they can't be sloppy with the ball like they were in their last game against UMass, and they probably won't be. But they were in their last game. Maybe taking their eye just a little bit off the ball, which is, not a surprise if you have, a bunch of college kids winning 15 games in a row. Everyone's writing about them, top 5 ranking. The Baylor game is a little bit similar, but, VCU, of course, applies, a frenetic pace of defensive pressure. First game, didn't matter much. This one, it might. So it's a pass for me. I'll see what the people have to say in the comments section. Again, Ole Miss, lean Ole Miss, bigger lean to the over, and my play on that one was the Ole Miss team total over. And Creighton Marquette, first half over. Baylor, Oklahoma, interesting game. We'll talk about that. Kentucky, LSU. Yesterday, a lot of people were saying Kentucky looked juicy, +2. I didn't say I liked LSU, but I did say it didn't look juicy to me. And I said, remember? I said, be careful. If this shit moves to 3, if the line moves to 3, be wary. And it did. Now it's back down to 2.5. I didn't check where the last line movement was. I don't know. I'm thinking LSU's probably the play here. Kentucky's been doing great, but not against elite competition, right? Like, who have they beaten? Their strength of schedule in conference play has not been terribly awesome. Obviously, I think LSU might be the play here. I didn't bet it, but I think LSU might be the play here, and I'm definitely not going to be on Kentucky, that's for sure, if I make any last-minute bets on that game. I did take a shot with Colorado State UNLV on the over, and I think that might be the wrong play. The line took a precipitous drop, if you caught this, from like 148 all the way down to 143.5 at about 11 o'clock a.m. And that was no accident, right? That was done with very specific purpose by someone who knows what they're talking about. And, I took the over. I think I got a horrible number at like 147 or 147.5, and I'm just going to let it ride. But I think I'm on the wrong side. Similar to the Illinois State game. Now, people who've been watching this show are like, well, why didn't you think that about every bet you made today? I don't know. I'm just saying. Yes, the other bets I thought I was on the right side. This one now I'm thinking I'm on the wrong side. But I took it, Colorado State UNLV on the over. My numbers indicated that the over had a little bit of value, and they might have been wrong. That was an eye-opening drop, way down to 143.5 from like 147 or 148 or something. But those are my plays for later games. Ole Miss team total, if I had to give official plays, Ole Miss team total over. Creighton Marquette, first half over. And, I wouldn't give Colorado State UNLV, although I am on it. And if you gave me a free play on Kentucky LSU, definitely I'd throw it on LSU. Baylor, Oklahoma, pass. My numbers like the under a little bit, but that's gotten bet up. My numbers said nothing as far as the spread is concerned, but my gut says it's a dangerous spot for Baylor. Yes, I do still use my gut. Old school, baby. Old school. My gut said, who says that anymore and expects to have any kind of credibility in any way, shape, or form? I say it. Here, let me bring up what my numbers said again. Hold on. Let me just pull my numbers again here. Where are we? See what they said about it. Baylor. Yeah. Small lean to Oklahoma, actually. Yeah, my numbers actually liked Oklahoma. I forgot that. Small. Let's see what's in the comments section. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to Alex Ramirez. Sports Keg, shout out to you. Giving out fucking NASCAR winners at 15-1 and shit. Sports Keg. I'm having kind of a shitty day, I think. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Cheesehead likes LSU. I would agree with that. Oklahoma, +3. VCU, +3. I bet you 2 of those 3 cash. LSU -2.5, VCU +3, Oklahoma +3. Rich G. See, I love you guys. You make me laugh. He says, oh, well, if the record goes under tonight, then you can chase with Sri Lankan handball, the classic DeGen chaser. I enjoy handicapping those kinds of sports and leagues more than like the regular ones. I loved handicapping Australian rugby. So much fun. Remember, I did that in the Low Shack in the Bag show for a while. And Olympic curling. That's the old school viewers will remember that. When the Olympics were going on, I started handicapping curling. Did great. Did fucking great. Love that shit. Curling. Rugby. Wish I had time to do that. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Comments coming in. All right, overnight lines, I'll tell you my thoughts right now on the stuff coming up tomorrow. Let me just bring up that sheet. Yeah. Michigan-Rutgers is very interesting. Obviously, Rutgers is a much improved team, great character team all of a sudden. Leaning Rutgers. Last game was very close. Michigan outshot them, though. Leaning Rutgers. Going to have to look into that one a little bit more. But 2 team totals that I'm probably going to be on tomorrow. South Carolina over and Villanova under. Villanova's going into DePaul, of course. Modest total on that one. I think I saw 141. DePaul a dog at +5. Villanova, not quite the dominant style, the dominant type of Villanova team that we've been accustomed to in recent years. I'm not saying they don't cover, but I'm probably going to be looking hard at a Villanova team total under and a South Carolina team total over. Both teams need a win in that one for their March resume. Should be a competitive game. Vaguely leaning South Carolina plus the points and a little bit to the over, and the South Carolina team total over, which might be 69 or so. The Villanova team total maybe 73 or so. Those are 2 plays I'm probably going to be on that I got my eye on right now. Butler, Seton Hall, interesting. Want to lean under, but probably going to pass on that one. And again, Rutgers, want to take Rutgers at -1, but haven't done it yet. And probably going to have to look into it a little bit more. That's about it for the overnight lines that I looked at. Yeah, 141 and 5. So Villanova would be like 73 at the current lines. And I would take a shot with the under on that one. Missouri State and Bradley is an interesting matchup. Regular viewers of the show will know that I've had Missouri State circled for a bunch of weeks now as a team that I was looking to bet on, right? They were, picked, I think, to win the conference preseason, wildly underachieved, exactly the same as Davidson. And now around this time, they're starting to revert back to the form that people were expecting from them and cash by big margins. This game, though, Bradley's tough. Bradley's tough to bet against. So I don't know. 5.5 is a lot. Tempted to take Missouri State, but I didn't pull the trigger on that one. They're definitely an interesting team, though. But I talked about that. Regular viewers of the show know, right? Teams that, are predicted to, do well, win the conference, and for whatever reason, for the first few weeks or months of the season, come out sluggish, losing unexpectedly by huge margins. They look slow on the court. What the hell's going on here? That was the case with both Davidson and Missouri State to start the year. always keep an eye out for a stark reversal of form, ATS form, from teams like that. And we have seen that in both Davidson and Missouri State this year. A lot of other games that are interesting that I haven't looked into too deeply. Memphis game, maybe leaning under on that one at 141. Nothing really, though, as far as overnight lines are concerned. That's about it. All right, let's look at the comment section, see if we have any questions or opinions, handicapping opinions, and then we'll wrap it up and do it all tomorrow. Win, lose, or draw. No matter what happens tonight, no matter what happens tomorrow, we'll be back on Friday. No matter what happens tonight, we'll be back tomorrow. No matter what happens on Wednesday, we'll be back Thursday. And no matter what happens on Thursday, we'll be back Friday. I can't say, though, that no matter what happens tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we'll be back Monday, right? I mean, if you have 4 disastrous nights in a row, I don't know. But we'll definitely be back tomorrow. And we'll definitely be back Thursday. And we'll definitely be back Friday. You can count on that. Hell yeah. Shout out to Ellison Red and Deer Slayer Ski says, thank you, Pete. Hashtag Loshak Army. Jonathan Nelson shouting out scores from the scoreboard, just sending my AIPP through the roof. But that's my problem, not yours. My problem. I'm the one who suffers from AIPP, and I'm the one who has to handle it and deal with it, manage it. Bruce Shad, huge shout out to you. Sports Keg, Rich G, Alex Ramirez, Tasha M, and everyone. Even shout out to your favorite uncle, spamming the show. Mercilessly, getting bounced. Chris Comatini. Hell yeah. Shout out to you. All right. Man, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I love you all.